All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Vitalis. It's Tuesday, and I'm just back from my FBC, finally getting things done. Get home, and there's 1,000 things to do, but it's nice to be home, back on the computer, and back capping MLB. So let's go ahead and go over the information. So what I'm going to do is give you my breakdowns of the game, and then also tell you what the sharps are on. So we base our information off of analytics, sharps, and the market. So that's how I do the information. So now when I tell you that the sharps are on a certain play at this percentage, that means that the public has bet this way, and the sharps have put this so much money on that game. So that's where the percentage comes from. So when I say that the sharps have actually moved this money line 15%, that's just kind of giving you a gauge of how much money they've put into that game. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go straight down the line, and then we'll talk about the sharps information from there. So hopefully everyone got the link and is following. I'm going to take 1 second and share it and post it on Twitter, and then we'll continue, okay? 1 second. All right, everyone, we're back, and I've posted the link on Twitter, so hopefully we'll get a few people. And hopefully everyone's following along with the show. So let's go ahead and go straight down the list, and we're not going to have any more delays. So first we have the White Sox versus the Yankees. Now I have the Yankees winning this game 4-2, and it should be pretty simple with the Yankees. They're just going to bounce back and beat the Yankees. Now remember yesterday I told you that I had the analytics and the White Sox winning, and what happened? The White Sox did win 6-2. I should have took that game. I should have been on that. It would have been a nice dog play. I didn't, but the analytics was right. Next we have Blue Jays and Baltimore. Now I have the Blue Jays winning 3-1. They lost yesterday. They got embarrassed by Baltimore, but that's going to happen every now and then. This is baseball. But we're going to go back to the well. We're going to take the Blue Jays in this spot because every day if we bet against Baltimore in the long run, we're just going to win units. So I believe Blue Jays bounce back today. They take this game. I got the Blue Jays at negative 135. So, of course, it's kind of like an auto bet for me. I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jays at negative 135. Next is the Nationals and Phillies. Now we have, I believe it's Scherzer and Nola, and this is probably going to be a really watched game. I have this game at 2-2, so when I tell you that I have the game evened out, I usually just pass on it because anything can happen. So I'm just going to pass on this game and watch a great game happen between the Nationals and the Phillies. Nola versus Scherzer, everyone's going to probably be watching that. The next one is the Marlins and the Red Sox. Now, I have the Red Sox winning 3-2. The Red Sox are just a better team. They should be able to squeeze out a win against the Marlins. But the Marlins are sneaky sometimes, but I have Red Sox, so I'm just going to take the Red Sox. Next is the Brewers and Reds. Now, I have this even at 4-4. Now, with this game at 4-4, I did see some early sharp action on the Reds. So when it's close like that, the Reds are getting a dog number, and sometimes the Sharps will just throw on a unit to see if they can win that dog line. So it's 4-4. It's a pass for me, but you can do whatever you like in this situation. Next is the Twins and Indians. At this point, I have the Indians winning 5-1. This should be an easy game. I think the money line is like negative 200 or something. So it shows you that they believe the Indians are going to win. It should be an easy game for the Indians. So there's no value in it for me, so I'm just going to pass. Next is the Rays and Brewers. Now I have the Rays winning 3-2. The Rays have been surging lately. There's nothing that anyone can get in their way. They beat the Rays, just beat the Red Sox. So I think they squeak out a win here. Rays would be my play in this situation. Next we go to the Dodgers and Rangers. I have the Dodgers winning 3-2. I do see some sharp action on the Dodgers too, but just a small amount. I think the line is like negative 200, so that's going to be a pass for me too. Hey, what's up, James Ross? Thanks for logging in, man. Next is going to be the Mets and the Cubs. Now, I have the Cubs winning 3-2. The Cubs are a better team, but I can tell you I have sharp action on the Mets. So I show sharp actions, but my analytics do not go the same way. They show the Cubs, but when there's sharp action, anything can happen. Like yesterday, I thought the Angels were going to get blown out. There was sharp action on the Angels, and look what happened. There was a complete meltdown by the Rockies bullpen, and the Angels won. So at any point, that's why we look at these sharp reports, and we see what we can do on top of our research. So you never know. I actually have Cubs 3, Mets 2, but with that sharp action, you never know. Then we have the A's versus the Astros. Now, I have the A's winning this game in a bounce back 3-1. B, are you going to give your favorite 1 or 2 games? Yes, at the end, I will tell you my plays of the day. And then I'll tell you what the top 3 sharp plays are, too. So then we have the A's and Astros. Now, on the A's, I have 3-1. But you have, Charlie Morton pitching for the Astros. This is like 2 giants clashing. Everyone's trying to get to the top of the AL. So you never know. This actually is a pass for me, but I actually have the A's winning this game. So we'll see where it goes from there. Then I have the Tigers versus KC. Now, you might be surprised, but I have the Tigers winning this game 3-1. Now, I am a big supporter of Jacob Junis on KC. Thank you, George. I actually am a huge supporter of Jacob Junis. Now, he was killing it at the beginning of the year. Now, they didn't trade him at the trade deadline. I wish they did, but they know he's a great prospect, right? So now he's just on a team that's going down in flames. The KC doesn't have a closer. They traded away Herrera. So he's actually, Jacob Junis has been kind of getting hit out there. He's just going through collecting his paycheck just like the whole fucking Kansas City team. So I actually have the Tigers winning this 3-1. So take it with a grain of salt. I do like Jacob Junis. Maybe KC first 5 with Jacob Junis, but with no closer and KC's relief pitching, I think the Tigers win the full game. Now, when I give you guys these numbers, they're full game numbers. They're not F5, so take that with a grain of salt too. You got to look at pitching. Now, if I was going to do F5, like I said, I'm a big supporter of Jacob Junis, so take that for what it is. Next is the Pirates and the Cardinals. Now, I have the Cardinals winning this game 3-2. Now, with the Cardinals, I actually show their sharp action on the Cardinals, but the fucking money line is negative 160. So I'm not going to give that out to you guys. It's up to you. I don't know what people's bankrolls are and all that. I don't even give that stuff kind of out to my clients unless there's really nothing to play on. So I'm just going to pass on this game, but I show sharp action. I show steam. I show everything going the Cardinals' way. So I would say the Cardinals are going to win this game. The next is the Rockies and the Angels. Now, I can't even see a pitcher listed for the Angels right now, but analytic-wise, I show the Angels are going to win this game 3-2. I also show major sharp action on the Angels. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but that's going to be one of my plays, guys. I'm going to jump on this. I actually jumped on it earlier today at plus 122. So I'm just going to throw out a unit. Like, I'm just going to go chaos factor with it. So if my analytics say the Angels are going to win, I got the Sharps on it at like 50%. I'm just going to take that play. I'll just roll with it. I'll take that unit loss if it's going to, Well, sometimes we're gamblers here. That's what we do. Next is the Mariners versus the Padres. Now, I actually have the Mariners, analytic-wise, winning this 4-2. But I show a huge surge right now. The Padres, the Sharps are jumping on the Padres, and I don't blame them. You're talking about Felix, King Felix is on the mound for the Mariners, right? And we know King Felix has been shit. He's getting older. He's fucking walking. He's being hit. So sometimes you got to look past the analytics and you just got to say, you know what, maybe I'll go with the underdog. So if I can get the Padres at plus 110 or plus 107, I have no reason why the Sharps are on the Padres. I'm just going to pass on this game, but I can see why. I'm not mad at him. Like, shit, go for it, King Felix gets hit again. I don't know. Next is Arizona versus San Francisco. Now, I have Arizona winning. I'm going to go back to the well. They got embarrassed yesterday. Well, not embarrassed. It was 2-0. Corbin got hit, and they couldn't hit Stratton. So I tip my hat to Stratton. He pitched one hell of a game. And the fucking Arizona batters, they left their balls back in the bus. I don't know what to say about that shit. I was wrong on that game. And I'm going back to the well. I have Arizona winning 4-1. I don't care if Bummy's on the mound for the San Francisco or whatever. Arizona comes out and they bounce back in this game. D-backs left so many men on base. Exactly, James Ross. So now I'm going to give you guys the plays right now up to date. Now remember, this is baseball, and the market wise, Steam always moves, sharp information always move. But I'm going to give you guys the top 5 plays the Sharps are on right now and tell you why I agree with it or not. First, I show they're on the Nationals at -115. So the Sharps are on the Nationals. Now, like I said, that's a 50-50 game, right? You got Scherzer, Nola. So I don't blame them. They're just taking a side. If they like the Nationals, they like the Nationals. They're making an amazing miracle surge after a fire sale. Everyone thought they were giving up the fucking season, and look at the shit they're doing right now. They're taking it one game at a time, and they're beating teams that they're supposed to beat. So that's the first game the Sharps are on. The second game is the Angels. The Angels at +118. Like I said, I have analytics. The Angels are winning, and I'm just going to go with it at a +30%. That means when I say 30%, guys, it's betting, the public betting and the sharp betting compared to the amount of money on these games. Now remember, I'm a market breakdown, right? So I'm looking at analytics, the market, and the sharp report. So if I show that, let's say 30, okay, how can I break it down? Let's say 500 tickets are on, let me see who they're playing. Let's say 500 tickets are on Colorado and 500 tickets are on Arizona. But 90% of the money is on Arizona, right? That shows me that all the Sharps are dumping their money over there, and that gives me a percentage. And that's how I base off the sharp report. So I'm showing that at 30%, they're backing the Angels. Now, I still don't see a starting pitcher. I'm getting different reads on who's going to start for the Angels. But that to me is like a chaos factor that I'm saying. So I'm jumping on the Angels. I can get it at +122. So just roll with it. If you like the Rockies, hey, I have no problem with it. But I'm going to ride the Angels, and we're going to see where it goes. The next one is Arizona. So I show the Sharps on Arizona at a +28%. So I told you that I think this is a bounce back game for Arizona. The bats finally wake up. Maybe the manager yelled at him and said, find your fucking balls and testicles and actually get out there and hit some balls. I think they hit bummy tonight, and Arizona can bounce back and they win. Next one is the Dodgers. Now I'm showing sharp money on the Dodgers. Now at -200, I would never give out that play for you guys. There's no value in it for me, but I'm showing that the Sharps are actually dumping some money on the Dodgers and at -200 money line. So I don't know what to say about that. We'll just pass because I would never give that out to you. Then I actually show some money on the Reds. So let's go ahead and go back to the Reds game. And what did I tell you? So I have the Brewers and Reds at 4-4. So now when it's 4-4 like that, when I got it broken down to the same amount, anything can happen. Whichever team makes the first error is usually going to lose. So I'm showing the Sharps are actually going with the Reds, and with that plus money, they just hope that the Reds don't make the errors that the Brewers do. So I'm showing that's the top 5 plays. So let me break it down one more time. Washington, Angels, Arizona, Dodgers, Reds. Washington, Angels, Arizona, Dodgers, Reds. So those are the 5 currently right now. Now, I might come out with a second show. I'm just getting started with you guys. So I'm going to start doing these shows at 10 o'clock every single day. And I'm going to have like a webcam. I'm going to set everything up. We're going to start doing this every day. We're going to go into football. We're going to go everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Now, let me go ahead and give you my 3 plays. Let me pull them up right here. The plays that I'm on today personally, and you can fade, follow. Best of luck to you guys betting. So I have the Blue Jays at -135. I'm going to just blindly bet against Baltimore every single time because at the end of the year, I believe that I'm going to have more positive units betting against Baltimore than they're going to win a few. I don't doubt that, but I'm going to have more. So I blindly bet against Baltimore every single day. It doesn't matter to me. Second is Arizona. I'm going to take Arizona at +100. I think they bounce back. I think they hit bummy, and I'm going to get that. The third one is the Angels. So I'm going chaos factor here. I'm going to take the Angels at +122. So I have Blue Jays -135, Arizona +100, and Angels +122. So I'm going with 2 dogs and 1 favorite. So I hope you guys found this informational. I'm running about 17 minutes, 20 minutes now, and we'll get longer and longer as more sports come. We'll talk about shit when I set up the computer. Let me see. Any questions? Go ahead and send them out. Would you take the Blue Jays on the run line or just the... Well, the money line's only at 135, and when I broke down the game, I have the Blue Jays winning 3-1, so it's not really like a blowout. So anything can happen. So I'm just going to take them at negative 135. That's low enough. Anything under like 140, 150, you know, I'll just get straight money line. I'll just go to the casino and just pay them out. It doesn't matter. Now, also, as an added extra, I was in the IFBC and I talked to King Rel, and we killed it on Sunday for the WNBA playoffs. I had the Storm on the money line, which I parlayed with the Braves on Sunday, killed that. And then I also had the Mystics -2 or something like that, and we killed it on that. So actually, as we were talking about the moving forward, he gave me the information on today. So if you guys want a pen and paper, write this down too. So I have the Dream +2 today for negative 119. So I'm going to take the Dream at +2. And then also I have the Storm at negative 235. King Rel believes the Storm will just sweep the whole first round or whatever. So I'm going to probably parlay the Dream with my Blue Jays like I did the Braves on Sunday. So I'll probably just parlay them together. But I'm going to take the Dream by itself at +2 for negative 119. So you have some baseball to bet on. You have some WNBA. That's going to be the whole show today, guys. Thanks for logging in. Please thumbs up. Tweet it out if you can. Love you guys, and best of luck betting tonight, and we'll hit it tomorrow. Jimmy has the Storm at -6. Yeah, and so he had the Storm at -6 on Sunday, and they lost by 3 or 2. And everyone who took it on the money, not the money line, everyone who took it on the spread lost. But I was the only one who parlayed it with the Braves. And I had to sweat the fucking Braves game because they weren't hitting. But it pulled out. So I actually won on the Storm because I took it on the money line. I was like, I think 6 is a little bit too much. So I'm going to say that again. I think the Storm today is at -5.5. I think it's a little bit too much. So if you wanted to throw it in on a 2-team parlay, that's it. Remember, we don't take any more than 2 teams on a parlay. So that's going to be the whole show, guys. Love you. And I'll talk tonight. I might actually come on right after the Jimmy show or right before the Jimmy show, maybe 2:30 or something like that, and give you guys an update. Because remember, the sharp information, it fluctuates throughout the day. People are completely betting. Pitcher might change. So I'll come on here and do like a little quick 10-minute update or something like that. Keep you guys fresh with all the information. So love you guys. That'll be it. I appreciate it. Best of luck. See ya.